Quartzsite is something of an interesting town. In fact, it's even known as the desert phenomenon. Located along Interstate 10 in southwest Arizona, Quartzsite is 125 miles west of Phoenix and 18 miles east of the Colorado River and the California border. According to the city of Quartzsite, more than 2 million visitors arrive in Quartzsite each year. Contrast this with a normal year-round population of about 3,600. Most visitors come during the winter months when the temperatures are moderate, and many stay weeks or months in one of many local RV parks or even boondocking in the desert, turning the surrounding desert into something that resembles a temporary boondocking RV park. Quartzsite is surrounded by BLM land, where nomads are able to camp free in the desert for up to 2 weeks at a time, or at the La Posa Long-Term Visitor Area, or LTVA, that allows visitors to boondock for up to 7 months for a $180 permit. There are several sections of the LTVA. Some people come for the weather and the free or cheap camping, while others are attracted by the big tent or the myriad vendors around Quartzsite. Many come to visit the local gem show and swap meet, which is a popular destination for those interested in rocks, gems, and mineral specimens. The vendor tents lining the streets and the throngs of people give Quartzsite a carnival-like atmosphere. Quartzsite is a very popular spot for nomads who want to connect with other travelers, and is home to several popular meetups each winter, including Debra Dickinson's annual meetup that has so far been held at Rice Ranch, and the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous and Women's Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Quartzsite is also the burial place of Haji Ali, known locally as Haji Ali, an Ottoman Turkish citizen who was hired by the U.S. Army in the 1850s as a camel driver during the Army's short-lived experiment using camels to transport cargo in the desert southwest. If you plan to visit Quartzsite, here are a few things to keep in mind. Most visitors arrive during the winter months, that is November through February, when temperatures are moderate. Summer temperatures are often above 100 degrees for extended periods of time. Quartzsite is located on Interstate 10 at exit 17 and 19. During winter, particularly in January, traffic congestion is a challenge. Visiting town early in the morning and planning to be out of town by about 10 o'clock will help you to avoid the worst of the traffic and crowds. There are plenty of vendors, gas stations, dollar stores, water and propane supply places, 2 solar supply shops, and so on. Some services are limited. For example, there are no banks, only a couple of small local grocery stores, and a local hardware store. Parker, Arizona, 40 miles to the north, Blythe, California, 25 miles to the west, or Yuma, Arizona, 80 or 90 miles to the south, are the sources for larger stores. Cell coverage is readily available in and close to town and along I-10, but does drop off quite a bit and sometimes is non-existent as you move further out of town into the desert. Data speeds range from deplorable to unusable during the busy winter months, and this is something that's a particular concern for digital nomads. If you need to work online, that may not be a good option for you. Despite its popularity with snowbirds, Quartzsite does not appeal to everyone. Some people note that after several years visiting, they're over Quartzsite. Ultimately, you'll have to visit for yourself and see if it's something that appeals to you. This is where the Quartzsite Town Park, which is a very large park. I didn't realize how big it was. I was just driving all this, and there's the Jets in the park. They're on the corner, and there's a football field here that I just had to share with you all. Yeah, here's the Quartzsite Town Park football field. This isn't how we do it back home. I don't think I'd want to play on football on that field. There's a few patches of green out there, though.
There's the big tent entrance, minus the big tent.
All right, guys, I've been coming here 4 years, and I did not know this. She literally just turned onto a wash, I thought. It's right next to Tyson Wash, and here we are. There's parking. So, I mean, go figure.
Go figure. It is the only official parking for the big tent in January.